Let's see. Let me turn that on. Let's see if we have anybody in the chat just yet. Hello, hello. Welcome back, you guys, to Elisa's Adventures in Cruising and this episode of Look Who's Cruising Now. I'm going to give it a minute and see if we have folks joining us because I do have company and I want to sit here talking to myself. You know I will, but I do have company and I want to introduce them and get the conversation going. So let's see if we have anybody join in just yet. I have my guest, her link up at the top of the chat. Hopefully I pinned that correctly. If not, I'm going to have to figure out how to get that done. So if you're not already following, you can go and check out what's going on over on their page as well. So anyway, I see a couple numbers creeping up. So I hope that means we have folks joining us. So I am going to go ahead and get started because I hate having them just sitting there backstage. But I have, let's see. Sorry, you guys know I'm not very good with the mouse, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Again, thanks for coming in, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I do have company with me today, and I want to bring up my new super cool West Coast family that I had the great pleasure to meet and hang out with on the Meet and I group cruise. It is Sharon and Mike Gehring. Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys? thanks for
Hi.
thanks for doing this. I appreciate it.
You're so
it's
welcome.
it seems like it's been a long time, but at the same time, we keep talking about this trip. So it's almost like it was yesterday.
Right.
Well, in real terms too, it was only a month and a half because I was just thinking about we've had so much happen since it feels like longer ago, but it was literally just a month and a half ago.
Right.
I know. And I don't know when school, I know you guys have a son, and I know that you mentioned football and school's probably going to start soon, I guess. I don't know when it starts for you guys out there.
August 10th.
Yeah.
August 10th. Okay, same as us. I'm in Orange County, Florida. They start on the 10th too. So about the same time. I can't believe we're talking about into summer and going back to school and all that good stuff already. But here we are.
I know it's crazy. Like the kids get like a smell of summer and it's gone. So we just got to try to make the best of it. So
I mean, they're changing stuff all the time, but like, isn't summer break still basically the same amount of time?
no,
Is it shorter?
2 months. And we used to have when we were kids, we used to have 3 months.
Yes.
3 full months.
Yeah, maybe we had 3 full months because yeah, same. I grew up not going back until after Labor Day,
Right.
so it seemed longer.
And
Um,
Lisa, I can tell you my birthday is August 9th. So it was always a marker for me that I knew I had about 3 weeks left of summer when my birthday happened. So now
got it.
now school starts right at my birthday.
So between your son being sad that school's starting and you're like, I don't know if you get birthday blues. It's a lot going on in your house at that time of year.
Exactly. Yes, a lot.
We have Team Reach Travels in the building. Hello, hello, hello. They're saying hi to you guys. Hello, Dangetti. How are you? Thanks for, I'm sorry I woke you up early, but thanks for joining in. We appreciate it. um, well, anyway, like I was saying, thank you for again for doing this. I I can't stop talking about cruising in general because that's my thing. But the Meet and I group cruise too was such a good time, and I met so many great people, including you guys, who I would not have had the chance to otherwise. So I'm just happy to keep talking about it. Were you guys have you cruised before? Or was that a first time cruise for you?
That was our first time.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Being again, I should probably start off by letting you introduce yourselves and talk about where you are and what you got going on before I jump into all of that.
It's totally all good. Like I'm like so busy right now doing a bunch of different things and everything like that. But like my main squeeze is my health and wellness business. I am an It Works girl. I sell coffee and health supplements, and I've lost over 80 pounds using the supplements. And that's basically where my channel like came from. It's like me like kind of learning how to navigate through all of that. So that's basically what I'm doing, but I really haven't been going live because the Lord told me to not go live.
Okay.
Was a time where like I was like going live like literally every day, and the Lord told me to not go live. And I felt like I like because and then I started to go live like when he like even when he told me not to go live, and it just
Mm,
forced, like the word felt forced, and I was like, okay,
right.
I just need to just chill. And then that was when like things started happening within my life that like took me off of like going live consistently,
Right.
and making content. And so like kind of like I was like using like the Meet and I cruise as like a way for me to kind of get back into like the swing of things, and like kind of hoping that like the time, because we've had such a horrible 6 months, that like literally like
Well,
that.
horrible and amazing.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Leave the extent of the levels of the roller coaster
Right.
the last 6 months
Yeah.
compared to say the previous 10 years of our lives where we have normal challenges. The last
Right.
6 months has been this compressed,
So much.
amazing things
Right.
and challenges that I've
Right.
even never had in my life before.
Right.
Right.
So
Wow.
so when we were coming onto the cruise, we were just like wanting like
A break.
a break, and like the Lord to switch it, from
Hmm.
like kind of going through like these like issues, and then
Right.
just getting on like, and then coming back and going, okay, like resting in what has happened, and kind of enjoying
Yes.
where we're at, as
Sure.
opposed to like finding the solution to get through what we're going through.
Right. Right.
Sorry, we're watching a butterfly go
Wow.
by.
That's pretty amazing. And I said before we went live, I was saying that was it was impressive that you guys are outside. So you're in California. Where in California are you?
We are in Citrus Heights. It's like
That's
kind of
northern.
from
Sacramento County.
Sacramento,
Oh,
California.
Sacramento.
It's like kind of it's Northern California, so it's really warm.
No humidity.
No humidity
No
though.
humidity.
We get like our brunt of like 100-degree like weeks.
Yeah. I mean, I know that we're all experiencing a heat wave across the country, really. So it doesn't, but the East Coast is hot. At
Right.
least Florida is right now. So I'm jealous of you looking that you're sitting outside, first of all, let alone seeing butterflies. So no worries, just watch that butterfly go.
Yeah, that was what was it was a yellow and black butterfly. Like and it
Oh.
was really big. It was kind of wow. Okay. Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. So
Right.
yeah, I mean, I keep hearing people say, life keeps life, and stuff happens. So much is going on
Right.
for everybody, and that I don't know. I'd like to think that it was meant to be for us all to be at that moment in time and to come and join in on that cruise, because I just think it was so special, such a special interaction and group of people. But it just happened. It just happened. Even if it was just a diversion from everything else that you have going on, it was nice.
It's amazing memories. And
Yeah.
I'm so thankful
Yes.
for the memories that we made.
Absolutely.
Oh, somebody's saying Mike Hunt, Mike rocking the Half Moon K merch. Yep, he sure is. He's representing. I think he had a good day there.
Yeah, we had a good time at Half Moon K.
I swam with sea turtles.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about it. I only knew about the excursion in Nassau, but in Half Moon Cay, you swam with turtles? What?
Well, okay, so here's a funny story. I love swimming in wild water, like in rivers and lakes here in California.
Oh,
For some reason that day, I just kind of got this weird perspective that I didn't want to go swimming while we were over there, that I was just going to go check out the Cay and we'd go swimming the next day in Nassau. And I got over there, and all of a sudden I just got the bug. And I was like, I need to get in this water. Look how amazing it looks. So I searched through all of those merchant little shacks and huts that they had
Uh-huh,
there.
uh-huh.
The one in the very back corner was the only one that had guys' swim trunks. Even though I had 4 pairs of swim trunks on the boat, I
Oh,
brought none over with me. So
Right.
I had to buy guys' swim trunks and a snorkel, and
oh
everything
wow.
was perfect. I got out there, and there were sea turtles swimming along at the bottom, eating the little seagrass. And so you
Okay.
float right over the top of them, about 8 feet above them, and they would just kind of gently move around beneath you, eating the seagrass. And they were about a foot and a half across
Oh,
the
that's
backs of the
cool.
turtles. So they weren't like the huge ones, but they were not small either.
Yeah.
It was really cool. I was so thankful that God led me to those swim trunks and that snorkel, and that the snorkel.
I mean, I guess it was really the water was just so beautiful and so clear. I mean, imagine that was really peaceful since they were
And
just
so refreshing, because I don't know if you remember how hot it was on the K that
yeah.
day.
And I was sitting on the bench, like with his stuff, just like sitting there, just like chilling. And then when we came home, I just thought, why didn't I just get in the water?
Yeah,
Why did I just like, I was like,
why
sitting
did-
there, like,
wait, you
just
didn't get in the water at all?
I did not get in the water at all. Like there were like no. I was like sitting on that bench, hot as and he's sitting there like having the best time of his life, swimming with sea turtles. He comes back, I swim with sea turtles.
Totally refreshed from the
I'm like
water.
sitting there like, okay, with my hand fan, like okay.
Oh, sure, I can stand in line for 45 minutes
I
to
was
get
like
on the little
thinking
boat. I'm
like
refreshed.
I was thinking like seriously, like I probably should have like literally like days like when we were home, I was like I probably
Yeah,
should like a bikini that day and just like went out on the beach or something or just swam in my outfit. You know, I
yeah.
probably would have died.
It was
But
so
I
hot.
just was like,
Well,
I was like,
we
I'm not getting in the water today because we're going on this excursion. Da da da. You know, it's like, oh my god. So anyway,
we clearly we didn't see you because everybody was all about getting in that water. We would have dragged you along. Hey, I see some other people have come in, so I just want to say hi. Hi, Marjorie. Thanks for coming in. And Meet and I are here. Hey, hey, hey. How are you? Just
So,
talking about you, of course. Thanks for coming. Yeah, we clearly did not see you because we would have dragged you in that water. Everybody was
oh my
just
gosh.
super happy to be there. Hey, Elevate with Vern is here. How are you? Thanks for coming in. Hi, Sea Lake Journeys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, we clearly did not see you. That water was amazing and so
Yes.
clear. I didn't want to leave, but it was super hot. So we're kind of like, okay, we did that. We're in the water. We took our pictures. Let's get back on the ship.
well, we kind of messed up too because we didn't know they cut off food on the island at 1 o'clock.
Right.
So we had an excursion from like 12:30 to 1:30 on the little travel
Like the tour.
bus, the
Yeah.
kind of
Oh,
go around the kind of open air one,
Seeing all the things that we couldn't get on because they were already booked. So
like the horses.
right.
I really wanted to do like the horseback riding, like on like the ocean. That was completely booked. There's a lot of like the stingrays that was booked. I was like, dang it. So, but I was able to
First
get.
time cruisers.
So we were able to get on the tour that seen all the things anyway, but we weren't able to get
But
them
because
all.
we were on the tour, we missed lunch.
Right, exactly.
Oh no.
Like yummy, like Bahama barbecue. We were freaking hungry as because
Ah.
we didn't get any food until the buffet at that 6 o'clock. We were so
Oh gosh, you were
like serious.
starving then.
And that
Yeah.
the car that opened at that time anyway.
But of course, you
honey.
just pound that way you start drinking early.
Right,
So
you
that's
just
the whole point of a cruise.
you
So
know,
okay, I can't eat. Well, I guess I'll start
you start
drinking at
drinking.
2 or
Doesn't even matter.
1:30.
You know.
I'm on a cruise. Isn't
Yeah,
You-
no kidding.
that what you're supposed to do?
it's funny because that morning was a little chaotic. I really don't have any complaints, but that morning on the ship itself was a little chaotic trying to get the tickets to get on the tender at certain times. And so when we finally got on the tender and got over there, we headed straight to the buffet line. Not really. At least I didn't know that there was a early cutoff of the food, but we ate early and then went in the water So we
Those
saw
are first-time cruisers.
that.
We
Well,
didn't
next time we will not leave you behind. We will make sure you get off
next time
early and get.
we will book anything early. That way we can make sure
We're gonna
you
be
know,
on horseback in the stingray pool,
legit.
riding with stingrays.
Oh no. Let's see. Kiki saying, I saw you when you were getting in the line to leave. You're sitting on the bench with your fan.
My name. I was totally like, I was reserved. Like the girl behind us in that line was drunk as, and so I was just like, there's no need for me to stand up, right now, because she's just having the time of her life, and she hella hot. Poor girl. She was done. So
Yeah,
I was just like, why don't you just sit down, girl? That's what I was thinking in my head. Why don't you just sit down, girl? She was just like,
Well,
go.
yeah, she wasn't clear about her current state.
Oh,
Who knows? Maybe she thought she was sitting.
and I'm just gonna chill because this is not even a good look. Like,
So that was your first cruise, and you guys flew all the way across country to come and join. That is awesome.
yes, with a transfer at in Dallas.
Dallas, yeah.
Oh, in Dallas. Was that bad? That probably wasn't bad. Huh? I thought you were gonna say.
Odd, but like the layovers that we had were like literally like 45 minutes. It was a little difficult. Like next time, hopefully, when we're going to Los Angeles, it's gonna be a lot easier because it's like an hour flight from here.
Right.
So it's a lot easier. But like, oh my goodness, like the transfer going to Miami and coming back were just like the quickest I've ever had in all of my flying.
And I had no idea how big the Dallas airport was.
Airport.
Where you get on these elevated, like kind of monorail trains, and you literally ride sometimes for miles. It literally feels like 4 miles. You're like, I was in disbelief. Like, how far do we go to get to wherever our terminal is? This is insane. How big is this airport?
Right.
And so that 45 minutes might seem like a big window if you were in a small airport, but literally we were on some of those trams for 15-20 minutes.
Right.
Oh wow. That's like
running.
Yeah.
I've been through Atlanta many times, and that one is huge, and lots of connections, and in a elaborate train system like that too. So
right. Yeah.
Dallas probably was okay. I don't know if you could have gotten through it if you had to connect in Atlanta.
And Sacramento has an international airport, of course, but it's nothing like Dallas.
Right.
It's tiny compared to Dallas.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dallas is like almost a four scale like mall inside of like
that too.
Because it has like Louis Vuitton and Mac and all.
Oh wow.
Like
you're like a giant mall.
Like it just has so many different areas, which that's why I find it like easier to kind of connect through because there's actually good spots to eat in.
Yeah.
But I just was like, like the connecting. I didn't think about, it being like
next time we'll make it a little bit longer in between.
Yeah.
Catch our breath.
Catch your breath. Yeah. Vern is saying, wow, 45 minutes. Yeah, that was.
They were holding the door for us the last time. The last time I was grabbing a sandwich for Mike because he was hella mad. This guy was mad. He was like,
I was angry.
He did not.
I was angry.
Like my husband.
He was angry.
Like the time tells him when to eat. Like seriously, if it's noon, his stomach is like, I need to eat. So like, we were already past noon.
Past 2.
Like past 2. We're going. I'm like, he's running to like the terminal. I'm just like, I need to get a sandwich and something to eat. You know what I'm saying? Because if I don't, we're not gonna make it.
Right.
Right.
I take down the whole plane.
Like it's like not gonna make
you gotta
it.
Understand, I'm 6'5".
He was hungry, y'all. He was hungry. She had to, emergency.
And I had to sit with my knees literally pressed into the back of the seat ahead of me because I'm 6'5".
Right. Yeah, so
they don't like automatically offer you the boarding, the exit aisle, the emergency exit aisle.
I wish they did because like
we're We're requesting it on our
we will
Hawaii
not,
trip.
yeah, like I have
Yeah.
because like that just can't happen anymore. Like even like Mike was like tapping the girl on the shoulder, like
Ahead of time.
like ahead of time, like before we even went off or anything like that. Hey, you know, I'm 6'5". Can you please let me know before you like pull the seat back? The girl
Right.
pulls the seat back and hits his knee, like literally
Like
because
she
it's
didn't hear me. Like
millimeters.
20 minutes later, all of a sudden she goes,
And he's
and
like,
it's like, ah.
I'm like, oh my god, my husband.
Oh my gosh.
They don't make
Yeah,
seats
so
on airplanes.
so
See,
getting
yeah,
there,
it's one of those. It's this tall people
don't
problem.
know.
We can't. She couldn't relate. It was terrible, but she couldn't relate.
so y'all don't know, we were really getting there, like for real. We were really getting there. We were like, thank God we are here. We could chill. Let's do anything.
And it was so nice in Miami. I was so blown away when we did the Wynwood tour.
Yes, yes. That's what Vern is welcoming everybody to the live. Thank you so much, Vern. Yes, welcome everybody. Welcome. Yes, I was gonna say that. So you made your way to Miami. Did you come in on that? What was that Friday? Did you come on early? No, that was
It was
Sunday.
Saturday.
You came in on Saturday. Okay.
Yeah.
So you came in on Saturday.
Yeah, it was Saturday night and everything, and we wanted to Saturday afternoon. We wanted to chill because we didn't get to the hotel until like 5:45, right?
Like that, it was late. Yeah.
And
well, you saved me that first night with the 2 Tylenol when we came over to the Hilton. That was thank you again. That was
oh my gosh, you're so welcome. It's so funny as we were doing all the videos, getting ready and reminding people to pack this and pack that, and it's like I got to the point where I'm like, I'm not going to say anything else. Like I feel like I'm scaring people having all this extra stuff, but I had the Tylenol.
The funny thing is that I had it, but I didn't bring it with me.
Yeah, was that in the room,
like,
right?
I had like a whole bag of like all sorts of. I had like that. The first time like anti-diarrheal, like Tums and like everything.
All that.
All the things that they tell you to bring. I had it in a bag, but I just didn't bring it with me.
Yeah, and I was better able to enjoy the Vern fire alarm system that went off a couple times. And that, remember when she was seeing Sharon for the first time, and then she was seeing her cousin for the first time? We heard the Vern fire alarm.
Yes.
The Vern fire alarm.
Vern, you want to tell everybody you met your cousin?
Oh, the Vern fire alarm's going off.
Yes, it was. Yes, there were other people in the lobby at the time, but we were all so excited. Vern was excited.
She's really happy.
Very, very happy. Very happy. So I know that Sharon, I know that you and Vern are close, and that you had already. I don't know if you met before, but you already knew each other and stuff. So that was a long-awaited reunion, right?
That was the first time meeting.
Yeah, that was our first time meeting too. Like, but we've been like conversating over like video chat and like over the phone like for over a year prior to the cruise, and so the cruise was like our way of like meeting each other, and connecting and everything like that. So she actually was upset with me because I did not confirm the cruise until like literally the last moment. So like me and I were like, is anybody gonna do the cruise? And I just was like, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do this. I'm not sure. And then Vern was like, if you don't go, Sharon, I'm gonna be really mad with you. I'm gonna be really mad. And so then I was like, okay, fine. And I just called like me and Anwar, and I just was like, give me the balcony, book it right now. Here's all my money. Let's do it. And then I thought, okay, Mike's coming with me.
Yay!
Until about 2 weeks before the trip, because she announced it to me about 2 months before, about a month and a half before. Until about 2 weeks before, I had no idea I was meeting all you guys. I'm like, for the whole first month, I'm like, why did she book a cruise? We don't even cruise. Why are we going cruising? I don't even get it. And then like 2 weeks before, she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm meeting my online friends and meeting Vern," and I'm like, "Okay, now it makes a little more sense. Now I get it.
I
Okay."
thought
You
I
had,
told
you had to come meet Vern's cousin.
like I forgot. I like literally with all the things that were
I'm like, why are we
happening.
going on a cruise?
I forgot to tell my husband like the actual reasoning why I decided I was gonna book a cruise. You know what I'm saying? You know, and so
Me and I are saying at one point they booked the last cabin on board. Did
we
you know
did.
that?
We did. They were like, this is
Meant to
the
be.
they were like, this is the last balcony that we can actually give you guys. I said, okay, no worries. Like, and they were like, it was a guaranteed one. I didn't know what that meant,
Right.
but I knew that like
Yeah.
I knew that
Yeah.
I was gonna be on the boat no matter what. So I was like, all right, here's the money. Just, hallelujah.
Yes.
I need a
Yes.
balcony though, so I can see some air, have the air though. Like I have to have the air. I'm just not.
So yeah. How did you enjoy your balcony cabin?
Well, I have a little bit of an issue with motion sickness. Like, I don't make a great passenger in a car, but I can drive no problem. I can drive for 10
Right.
hours, no problem.
Right.
Being
Yeah.
on the boat, the first night, I had to keep the blinds closed because every time I looked out at the moving water, it made me realize the boat was moving because everything was pretty gentle when you weren't looking
Right.
off the boat. But every time I looked out the window, all of a sudden it was like, whoa, and it's really moving.
Yeah.
That. But after like the first night, everything got,
Right.
once I started drinking earlier in the day, that kind of helped everything level out. Once I accepted, okay, you just start drinking at like 1 or 2, and then you don't feel motion sick because you're drinking.
Yo, I was fine until like the what was it, the day of the forum. And
Right.
like the day of the forum, like I just woke up like kind of like feeling weird and not good and like nauseous. I was like, okay, I'll just like kind of just work it out and everything. And it just started getting worse. And so I with all like the videos that I was watching and everything, they were saying like don't stay in your room, walk around, da 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 da.
Yeah.
Like you guys were at the forum and I wanted to take video of the forum. I didn't take any video of the forum at all. I'm
But you
walking,
made it there and through. Yeah.
I'm trying to be a vet, trying to be there, you know what I'm saying? To like, because like your girls, I'm a content creator too. I want to intercept and
Yes.
Engage.
Yep.
Anyway, I was so sick. I couldn't even sit down. Like
I
literally, I
know.
couldn't even sit down. I'm walking back and forth. Everybody's looking at me like, what the fuck is wrong with Sharon? I'm just like sitting.
Right. It was so out of character. It was like something is not right here.
They're like, what's wrong? And I'm just like, I'm so sick. I'm just so sick. I'm just so sick.
Yeah.
First time cruisers.
Alisa looked at me. She's just like, okay, no worries. She said, she told me prior that she was going to give me some medicine. I said, okay. So I went up to her and I just was like, sis, I just cannot. She just was like, no worries. Sit right here. I'm going to get the thingy. Like within 30 minutes of her giving me the little thingy behind my ear, I felt amazing. Yeah. I felt like back to Sharon again.
Yeah.
But honey, your girl was sick down for the count almost.
I know. I mean, like again, well, we'll have to go back, but I had just met you in Miami. We had a great day together, so I saw the personality.
Yes.
But when I saw you sitting in that chair, I'm like, something's not right. You okay? And I try not to talk about it too much, but I tend to talk about it a lot because I suffer from motion sickness too. And I always have the patch and backups because you don't want to be miserable on that cruise ship. There's too much to see and to do. So I no, it absolutely was no problem. I would totally go and get you something to help you feel better and just to be able to be back to your normal personality and enjoy it.
You are a ship doctor.
Yes, thank you.
No problem. So yeah, so we were kind of skipped all around, but that first day in Miami, we went to tell me what it's called again, Wynwood Garden.
Yes.
To see all the murals and the artwork, and that was amazing. It was hot as anything out there.
Right. But it was totally worth it because like every like mural was amazing. I can't wait for that video to come out. Like seriously, you guys are going to be like, I can't believe I didn't go and see that. Like seriously, it was like one of the best things we did in Miami was to go to the Wynwood Walls That was
Agreed.
super fun, and like it was everything. Like, and every like mural had a different like music like vibe to it too.
Theme, of
So or
course.
Yes.
a theme. So and then there was different stores you could walk into and
Well, that
purchase
was the thing
stuff.
is that you could also get out of the heat because they had enough galleries that were inside and air conditioned,
Yes.
so you could kind of just do a nice little back and forth. Where I really enjoyed that because you go to like one courtyard because there was multiple courtyards. And that's what blew me away
Yes.
first is like how big it was.
Right.
Because like
It was really big. Yeah.
when I walked in that first courtyard, I thought that was kind of it. Okay, there's a couple buildings,
Right.
and you go in a few buildings, and it's this one big courtyard. And then there was that whole other big courtyard behind that that
Yes.
had more buildings off of it, and just some of the most amazing graffiti. That
Right.
I'm
Yes.
not necessarily a graffiti connoisseur, but I was really incredibly impressed. And then how they did some of the backdrop. I have a photo where it's actually of you, Lisa, and Sharon in front of kind of a closer wall, and then in the background is that big building that had the three boys' faces on
Oh
it.
yeah.
It's that
Yeah. I mean that
photo.
the artists were amazing. Are amazing. I can't believe they. I don't know how they do it. I don't
Well,
know
how
how
they
they
have
do it.
buildings like in the background that aren't even
Right.
within the courtyard as
Yes.
of
Right. A
the
part of the
backdrop.
right.
It's amazing.
Yeah, a lot of it almost
Blown
moved
away.
me to a lot of tears and everything, even though they were just like so some of them were fun and everything, just the beauty of the art on the
Yeah. I mean they. I was gonna say they weren't flat, but I mean like they were on a flat wall, but there was so much depth and feeling into the faces and the
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
Super impressed.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
yeah.
and the variety of art. I mean, it wasn't
Yes.
just one type of art. It was so many different uh, mediums of art.
Right.
You had the giant sculptures too, like the giant metal sculptures of
Yes.
like
Oh
the
man.
bears and stuff,
Yes.
and just and then
You
some of
know,
the
that one brass one with the the parent
giving their
giving
son
the son
the child the
Yeah.
world.
world, like that one, like
I say son because we only have a son.
right, but
Yes. But yeah.
that one like
Child. Yeah.
that one made me cry a little bit, because it's like as every parent, you want to give your kid the world,
Yeah.
so it's just so awesome to
And
see
it
it depicted,
perfectly depicted it. Yeah.
yeah, it was just awesome, yeah, loved it.
Hey, JNS, thanks for coming in. Me and I are saying no one could tell you hit it. You hit it well. Not feeling well.
Oh my goodness.
Shot, shot, shot.
Shot, 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 shot.
Sorry, Amber. I think that was me. That goes.
Yeah, seen it. See,
I probably can't deny I was
We're
probably
getting way
me.
ahead of ourselves, but we're getting to the bar crawl already in this
Right, I know,
conversation.
I know.
yeah, hold on. I'm trying to catch up to the comments. Yeah, Kiki is saying seasickness sucks for real. All you want to do is lay down, then you're mad because you feel like you're missing everything. Exactly.
Yes.
You don't want to miss anything. You don't
No,
And
want
that's
to miss
why that first
anything.
day, especially, I'm glad I took the advice of like walk around.
right,
Because like
Yeah.
my normal reflex when I don't feel good is to lie down, but because we learned that ahead of time,
right.
like I really forced
We were
myself to
like
get up,
forcing
walk,
ourselves to
walk
like
up and
walk
down the
around,
decks. You know what I mean? And it
check
helps.
things
It
out,
really did to adjust.
stay,
Yeah.
stay involved,
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. We would come looking for you because, like I said, it wasn't like you to just kind of be okay, whatever. See you guys later.
right, right.
We wanted to know. Yes, Sharon is a fashionista. Marjorie is saying.
Oh, honey, you have no idea how I turned it out every night of the cruise. Okay, like turned it out.
Well, she definitely planned it ahead of time. She was so excited about the cruise. She was putting together outfits ahead of time.
Yes, we all were.
Definitely
Down to the
a
shoes,
plan.
baby. Y'all were like, "Oh my gosh, Sharon, you guys are like you're wearing the high." Yes.
I am. That's funny. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you for coming in. Cruising is fun. Yes, Vern is saying yes. The Wynwood Mall in Miami was great.
Yes.
That was so much fun.
Yeah, we had a great time
We had a
with you
great
and with
time.
Vern. That was
Yeah.
again one of those things that was surprisingly better than I expected.
Hey, Miranda, thanks for coming in. It was stunning. She's saying yes. The Wynwood Walls. Hi, Bud Files. How are you? Thanks for coming in. Hi, JB Odyssey. How are you? Sorry I missed your coming in. Yes, we are still talking about this amazing cruise that we went on with Meet and I.
Yes.
Well, again, like you said, it was so like a coming together of everybody and such a
Yeah,
community. And I was just really so appreciative and thankful of how welcomed we were and how much. I mean, obviously, Sharon's been interacting with you guys for a while, but for a lot of you, I mean, I talked with a few of you, but not most of you, and just the real kind of group enthusiasm. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, everybody wants to do stuff together, and even if you're not the whole big group, it's like breaking off into smaller parts of the group and like
Right.
doing activities together, and really
Right.
just having that feeling that you're there with an amazing group of people.
Right.
yeah, yeah. And I say that too. And I mentioned the everybody meeting at the hotel. We met before the actual meetup, but um, I guess I was kind of like you, Mike, in that I feel like I'm really new to this. I'm new to meeting everybody. I was new to the gang, and I didn't know anybody. I had just met Etta and her sister Loretta at the airport. Literally, we decided to take an Uber from the airport to the hotel together. And like when I met them and we started talking, it was like I travel with these people all the time. I like literally just met
Yeah.
them. When we got to the hotel, it was the same thing with meeting you guys and everybody else that was coming up. I thought I was gonna be like not out of place because I can talk, I make friends, but I just didn't know how that was gonna be. But everybody got comfortable so fast with everybody, with each other, and we just wanted to hang out.
Right.
We just wanted to hang out. So everybody was definitely of the same mind with that. Hey, Keisha, I see you came in. Thank you, thank you. Um, so anyway, so we had the meetup. Yes, we saw you in your fabulous shoes that night, Sharon.
I love those shoes.
Yes, those shoes are awesome. Very impressive that you could walk in them and hold your cocktail and
You know,
your
yeah,
spoon and your plate and mix and mingle. Yes, yes, we like that. We like that. So okay, so the next day we get on the ship and what? What? Because you said you guys hadn't cruised before. So what? Mike, he didn't know what to expect. He didn't know what you dragged him into.
that first day was a little rough. We had to like get through the whole process of the boarding, which we'd never done before, and that was a little tedious. And then get into the rooms, and I'm kind of not feeling great right from the start, and trying to kind of get my bearing, coordination. Like,
Yeah.
I think that was where I wanted to lay down for a sec, but we had the miscommunication.
Oh
and,
yeah, the embarkation.
Yeah, so I thought she was going to come back down to get
Yeah.
me at some point, and she thought I was just going to like I wasn't feeling good, and I just wanted to rest until I wanted to rest, like for however long I wanted.
That's why your girl was like at embarkation doing the
Oh,
thing.
when we were on the Lido, that part. Okay.
So I was downstairs kind of waiting for her to come back, and then I was getting kind of frustrated, and then I left, and I literally, again, first day on the ship, I don't know my way around. I literally
Yeah.
felt like I walked every deck and didn't find her, and I was like
Right.
more frustrated, and phones
Right.
weren't working, or at least my phone wasn't working at that point, and like
Yeah.
so that whole like cut offness that you never have when you're home. Like,
Yeah.
first of all,
Yeah.
we're pretty attached at the hip at this point, 22 years together, and so we're pretty in sync usually. But this being a new experience, we made a
Right. You didn't know the normal spot to look for.
no.
Yeah. You didn't. You didn't have that
No,
established. Yeah.
no.
I get it. I get it. It was.
I'm
It
like
was.
the life of the party, just like chilling. Like, why didn't you find me? What are you talking about? You didn't find me. I'm like the life of the party right now. What are you talking about?
Wait, me and I are saying no. You left, Mike.
Well, and usually when we go out to events, it's meet at Mike because I'm 6'5", so everybody
Right.
just meets at me.
That's
Right.
true. I can imagine that. Yeah. You're easy to find.
She's lost in the sea of people. She's 5'1", you know what I mean? And she's probably getting down, dancing, like getting all like busting down, and like, yeah, I must have missed her as I went through.
Wait until that video comes out. Like, I've had to put a warning on that video because it's like motion sickness and everything. Like, I just let the clips be what they were because your girl was like dipping it low and everything, and I just was like,
Yeah, yeah. You really seem to enjoy yourself at that sail away. I mean, I'm not mad at you. I was out there too. It was fine.
Anytime there's music playing and friends and drinks, I'm like,
Yeah, the sail
party.
away was awesome.
Like,
Thanks, Sea Lake Journeys. We'll see you later.
But I mean, that
Yeah.
was, I mean, any kind of like little tip between her and I, that was like literally the worst of it, the whole trip, was just that first day, just that little miscue, and then kind of sifting it out when we did connect a little later. And then like, okay, we're here to have fun, and just really
Yeah.
kind of moved past it and just like being back into the fun as quick as we could. And then by the second day, I was shaking off the motion sickness pretty well. So it wasn't really a concern or distraction anymore. Right?
Yeah, yeah. Marjorie is asking Mike, when will you have your own YouTube channel? Is that even a consideration? Were you wanting to do that?
I'm technologically disinclined. I like to spend most of my time in the real world, although this is really fun. And no bag on people that have their success in their internet life, because there is a real true vibrancy to it when you have that success in it and you really have your groove in it. I'm someone that like I really most of the time stay pretty three-dimensional in my life, and I don't spend even as my wife, like my phone was just a phone until probably about 4 or 5 years ago. I started using the internet on it. I'm really work capable when it comes to computer stuff. Like I'm, but like I just don't like spending time on computers in my free time. You know,
if there's any channel that comes up from Mike, it will most likely be me behind it. So, just so you know, if you see Mike Gehring have a channel, it's probably Sharon. Just branch out.
That's funny. Well, yeah, that's true. I'm not one who like. I resisted having a cell phone for the longest. I'm like, I don't need that. And now it's like you do everything with the cell phone.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what did you do? What did you do before the cell phone, including the pictures? You know, we had our cameras and all that stuff. So
remember, you would go to Kodak and you would drop off your film, and then you would like come back and realize half your pictures sucked because you had your thumb over the lens.
The lens.
You know what I mean? Like,
or if it was just blurry,
days.
you know, you had to like actually go figure out how to recreate that picture again because it was blurry.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a different world, like so suddenly, you know, because even that's just basically 30 years ago.
Right.
So we got past that, and then you started having a good time, right? So what's one of those really good time memories you remember from the trip?
Well, the comedian was fun.
Oh my God.
Wait, explain. The comedian was not funny. But going to the comedy club with you guys was fun.
Like literally, like Mike and I both have loud voices. We're already loud already. Like just the both of us, like individually. But when you get like a comedian like that, he wasn't bad, but it was easy to heckle him.
Yeah,
like
he left himself open.
He left himself
Mike totally rattled him
in different ways, you know. And
I'd actually bit my tongue like 2 times before I actually said what I said. You know?
Like, but really, yeah, you expect him to be a little. He wasn't prepared for that, Mike.
But when he was that whole like diatribe about being single, and then he talks about like, you know, how he really just doesn't have in simplest terms, kind of a lot of respect for women from his perspective. And it's like, you know, I could not bite my tongue anymore. And it was, of course, you know, well, now we understand why you've been single for so long. You know what I mean? And he tries to come back with, well, you know, if your wife was as
what if your wife was as big as your dick, if your mouth was as big as your dick, or your
wife would be prettier.
Your wife would be prettier, or something like that.
It was something real. It wasn't funny. Whatever he was trying to say.
No, he said if your dick was as big as your mouth, your wife would be prettier. And at that point, I had her stand up. Like, too bad they didn't have a spotlight put on her. But I'm like, are you kidding me? I've got the most beautiful, and no offense, baby, 40-year-old wife in the world. Are you kidding me? Like, you're gonna try to cap on me through my wife? Good luck, dude. That just fell flat. I wish I could send her up to the stage so everybody could laugh at you.
Yeah, but yeah, nobody was laughing before or after him, after
So
the
yeah,
interaction. So it was just kind of like, not Kodak. Yes, Vern, we remember Kodak. Yes, the comedian bombed. He did. He bombed.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Sort of one dimensional in his jokes, and it got
Right.
old. Right?
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
was fun. But
But
what
it's
was fun
fun.
was heckling and having a. I could see
Right.
like there were a few of our group in different places around the room. Like, is that Mike's voice? Is that Mike?
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, it
Oh,
was.
learning about the jewelry and learning everything that I did. I literally took notes at that the ship advice.
I don't even know.
Okay, so what happened? You went to like the shore excursion show? Is that what
Yes,
happened?
yeah, exactly. And again, first time cruiser, so I'm still like
Uh-huh.
learning terminology and stuff. But
Yeah.
the ship insider
Okay.
name, I that's so terrible. Danny, the ship insider, Danny. Yeah. He was promoting. I went into something else, and he was promoting. Come to this show, and you'll get a free set of
Diamonds
Tanzanite.
International.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
come to the forum he was given, that you would get a free set of Tanzanite earrings. And I was like, well, great, I'll get my wife a free set of Tanzanite earrings. So I go
Yeah.
to the forum that he's presenting for about an hour, and I learned so much about diamonds, jewelry, the cut,
Yeah.
the color, the clarity. I mean, I took notes. I took a notebook with me, and I actually took notes because I really am not, we all know a little bit about jewelry, but I'm
Yeah.
certainly not
Yeah.
an expert. And I found,
Yeah. I mean, Tanzanite. I only know it through cruising. That's not something I would know otherwise.
Right.
Yeah.
and so, but through that forum, he announced that he was doing the shore excursion, the shopping excursion in Nassau, and
Mhm.
he said if you came to his booth at a certain time on deck 5 and met him there, that he would give you this packet with all of this, these additional discounts, free items
Yeah.
that you could collect, and then also money towards the purchases that you might make. And so I was like, why not? I mean, this is supposed to be one of our like treat yourself. You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
I went over to his little booth later that night and got the packet and signed up for the excursion. And by and far, probably we had a lot of fun. But
Yeah.
for an outing, I would say it's tough. Even though we had fun in the K, I would say that Nassau was a more fun day overall.
Yeah.
Because it was such a treat yourself moment. And,
Yeah.
I don't want.
Well, yeah. Well, that was
when we
like
went to
so
Diamonds
when
International.
he was like doing that, like the chat and everything like that. That was during the happy hour. So that's why I was by myself at the happy hour because Mike was over there doing that, and so kind of split off and kind of then we were meeting at the middle. So that's why I was only at the happy hour for like less than, I think it was like 2 hours or something like that. And I was only there for like an hour or something because I needed to meet Mike.
Right.
So meet back with him. So he went there and he like learned all this information. And when he told me that, I just thought, I can upgrade my ring. And then I just looked at him. I said, I'm upgrading my ring, right? And he goes, yeah, if it looks good, yeah, we can. And I just was like, okay. So then I was even more excited to go on this like excursion because I was like, I'm gonna upgrade my ring too.
Well, Mike, that's pretty much what she said.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what point I saw you later, but we were trying to figure out what we were gonna do in Nassau. I knew I had an excursion, but you started saying, "Well, Mike booked this VIP shopping," and I'm like, "What? That's nice."
Yeah, totally.
And it was fun too. We had a really good time. Like when we went to Diamonds International, she became the floor model for about 45 minutes. And I mean, you tell them about what you got to wear.
Nice. Hang on, I just want to tell you guys that that Rod came in.
Hey,
Rod was
Rod.
here saying hi. So hi, Rod. Thanks for coming in. Yeah. Okay. So tell us, you got to model some diamonds and
that I put out the video already because I just couldn't it was like day 4 of like our of the cruise, but I couldn't like hold that part of the cruise back.
That's exciting.
That I put out. So I was so excited because they put on me like a $200,000 bracelet on tennis bracelet.
Wow. Yeah, I saw your video.
that you guys see in the first part of that video was $200,000,
And she was
guys.
walking around the,
And I'm
the
just
floor,
like,
and the
there,
manager's just like
he's
leading her
just
around by the
he's just like
arm.
you're, and he's like
Wow.
complimenting me about with my eyeshadow, and you look beautiful, and like they were allotting us like only $300. They allotted us $1,000 for our. It was like
What?
they were like rolling out the carpet for your girl, like for real. Like they put on that bracelet, then they put on these other like necklaces on me. Like we're like 200, 20,000, 40,000,
Oh, the pendants were like
50,000.
40, 50,000. There was the other
Wow.
like 75,000.
Yeah, I had another $75,000 bracelet on. Like they were just like
Pampered, just
you
a
know,
pampering experience.
absolutely, and especially after I had purchased, my ring and everything like that. No taxes. Okay.
Cleaned your primary ring.
Cleaned my other ring. They allowed me to sit in because they say they don't allow people to sit in like while they're cleaning the rings. They
Yeah,
allowed
yeah.
me to sit in,
She got full VIP.
Oh, wow. The diamond, baby.
Yeah, yeah. So I got a top and a bottom.
Nice.
This ring I already had. This one Mike already gave me. This one like was the one that he like proposed to me, but I got this one and this one.
Beautiful.
And
you done good, Mike.
Yeah, well, it was after our 15th wedding anniversary.
Right.
So it was good timing in that regard too.
Yeah. And then I got this one in the tanzanite.
That one is really
beautiful.
And the cool thing about the rings is that like we like talk them down like from like their top like amount.
Again, no jewelry expert, but I felt like these guys gave more than I've experienced in other jewelry stores with other purchases. Like they really I hit them with numbers I thought they were going to refuse, and they accepted. You know what I mean? I really, sometimes I'll drop they'll give you their lowest low number, and then what you do is you basically counter with roughly 10% less because you know that they got at least that to give. You know what I mean? And I was 20% less than what their lowest low was, and they accepted on that on the wedding bands, and I was just like, okay, well, okay.
This is,
I'm not an expert, but in no world is this a bad purchase.
Exactly.
Of course.
Brenda's waving hello. Let's see. Keisha says, wait. My hubby was scared of me on the cruise ships. Now the jewelry stores, the sales folks are good. They are, but that never did you didn't feel pressured, right? You just felt like they were helping you and willing to show you everything.
When they did pressure me, I looked at them in the eye and I said, I don't love it. I'm not getting this.
Yes.
And so that because there were parts in the buying experience where they're just like, buy this, 0% interest, buy this, buy this. Oh, it looks amazing. Buy this, And it's just like, I love it, but I don't love it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Of course, it's beautiful, it's sparkly. What's not to love? But did you want that? No.
Right.
Did I fall in love with it?
You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm gonna make a purchase like that,
money, you better fall in love with that.
I need to be like, oh my God, look what I got! Look what I got! Instead of like,
Mike's like, you better love it.
Instead of like, oh, look what I got,
And she's both the rings haven't even come off her fingers since the cruise. Talk about once again, it feels like a year ago, but literally the rings haven't left her fingers since the cruise.
Yeah.
Well, then she loves it, and that's the whole point. You didn't want it sitting in a box somewhere.
No, and then even on the boat, I bought a really nice Invicta watch too.
Okay.
And I just turned on to that by Travis, because Travis was the one that was really on the watches. And so, in talking with him and checking out, I think he even bought one. Him and somebody else, and I forget who the other person was, bought one even before I did. And I was looking at them. Watches really look cool, and those were the watches that literally they were selling for 70 to 90% off. So I got a $1,200 watch for $160.
Wow. So it needed to go home with you. It needed a good home.
On a cruise, and you've allotted that you're going to spend X amount on souvenirs and fun and buying little trinkets and whatever. That was dropping the bucket. You know what I mean?
Right.
That was why not just buy it? And it's a really beautiful watch. Actually, it's funny because I'm not much of a watch person. I haven't actually worn it yet, but I love it though. It's a
From what I hear from all the guys, and I've seen that, but seen the watches there, and they are very cool, cool watches. And Travis knows so much about them, but
Right.
it seems like it's a guy thing. Like once you you may not
Right.
have been a watch guy before, but once you get into Invicta, you really enjoy it. So I'm glad you got to do that too. Keisha saying, look, I took earrings I bought on the cruise to my local jewelry for appraisal. I was assured that I got a quality at a phenomenal price. So,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I really felt like they took care of us. They offered a 60-day Carnival cruise guarantee on top of
Right.
whatever the shop guarantees were for any shop that was assigned
on that tour, yeah.
their
Right.
tour. So they'd really vetted them out really well beforehand. And
Right.
so you just had that confidence walking in. And I was really glad about that. Again, first time cruiser, first time in the Bahamas.
Right.
I would have got sucked into that first row or two of shops, and who knows what I would have walked out of there with
Right.
instead of
Right,
trusting
right.
the insider, following
Yeah.
him 3 or
Right.
4 blocks into town,
Right.
into where really the best places to shop
Right.
were.
Exactly.
And so I was so thankful for that, because that really gave us
Yeah.
an insight so we could
Yeah.
enjoy the shopping without spending half the trip just looking for stuff.
Right.
He took
Mhm.
us right to the right places, and we just got to enjoy the shopping
The
experience.
experience. Yep.
Till our feet hurt and we were ready to go back to the boat.
Right.
And you got hot probably because it was hot out there.
Yeah, but that Bohemian beer is so good. Like,
Yeah, she
it's
Was it
so
good?
good.
It was red, right? What I
Well,
thought maybe it was a soda.
They have like 2 different ones. They have like their regular, like almost like an ale or something like that, and then they have like a radler that's like flavored beer.
Oh, okay.
So they had like guava and mango flavor, and I was just like, what? So I
She had to try it.
had to try it. It was really
That's
good.
right.
Bohemian beer was amazing. I was excited. I'm sad that they don't put up here. So, you know,
We are certainly not beer drinkers.
I'm
That's
not a
on
beer
the norm.
drinker,
Yeah,
but
I'm a beer drinker. It was
When in
worth
Rome.
trying.
Do as the Rome.
when in Rome. All right, so you had a good time in Nassau. You would go back. Sounds like.
Yes.
Um, but what did you think about dinner? And one dinner in particular seems pretty memorable with the group.
The last night.
Yes.
So we got to jump right to that. Hey, I got to jump back to Nassau real quick. Just want to know
Sure.
if anybody else met Mr. Dr. Feelgood while we were on shore at Nassau, because we met 2 Dr. Feelgoods, 2 different Dr. Feelgoods, where they came
Two
up.
different Dr. Feelgoods.
They came up and said, "What do you need? What do you want? I'm Dr. Feelgood. What do you need? What do you want?"
Ah.
We don't need any of
So
that.
did anybody else meet Dr. Feelgood or one of the Dr. Feelgoods while they were there?
Let's see if anybody has a comment about that. Let's see.
We were just laughing. We were just
We were
laughing
laughing
about it. It was
just
funny.
funny. Like 2 different times. We were just like, do you want to feel good? You Dr. Feel Good.
You
Like,
want to feel good? I'm Dr. Feelgood.
I don't need to feel
But-
good. I'm good.
But
I'm gonna
okay.
I'm gonna need to see your credentials, Dr.
I
Feelgood.
already feel good.
What school of medicine did you go to, Dr. Feelgood?
Like for
Yeah, what's going to happen once I say yes to anything you have here?
Oh yeah. Well, first of all, I'm thinking the cops are gonna come out of like all
Yeah.
for all the dumb tourists that think that's that ridiculously easy. But
right,
then the cynical part of me
Right.
goes, no, it's probably is that ridiculously easy.
right.
Yeah, and now and then you start hearing the stories of people having, problems once they get back on the ship, of course, because they assumed, I guess, that it was fine because it was in the Bahamas or, wherever, but
Right.
I don't know. That's
No,
crazy.
I'm not
Yes,
taking chances.
wow, Keisha too, Dr. Feelgood. Exactly.
I don't think they were related.
They might be fighting over use of the name too.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey man, I
no, that's my gig.
Hey,
No, that's my
my
gig.
copyright of mine.
Hey,
Dr. Feelgood's patented
hey.
trademark and copyright.
Funny.
We got something to the dinner where all of us guys got humiliated but made the best of it. We're
Oh.
the same shirt.
Okay, I don't think you got any man was humiliated. Y'all,
Nobody was
A couple of those
humiliated.
guys felt, I think a couple of those guys felt humiliated. I saw a couple of those guys. I think most of us rolled with it and had fun with it, but I think a couple of guys weren't as happy as the rest of
that's
us.
true. But yeah,
That is funny.
I'll say like the funny thing is so like me with like so when I booked the cruise, she's like, okay, I'm gonna put you in this chat with all of us. I'm like, okay, you're no problem. And then she's like, okay, you gotta buy this shirt. I said, okay, no problem. I said, and then I looked at it and I'm like, Shein. I'm like thinking to myself, I don't even purchase anything from Shein. Okay, whatever. I'll just purchase the shirt. Okay, so then the shirt came and like I just left it in the bag. I did not say anything about this shirt, nothing at all. Like he
Right.
had no idea until like literally maybe a week or two because I purchased a dress that matched the shirt. So then
Right.
it all worked out. I'm like, okay, so we're gonna wear. I have this outfit, and I was like, because I already laid out my outfits. Okay, like I
Right.
said, I was serving it because I already laid out my outfits, y'all. Okay, I was laying out my outfits. So I already knew that like the last night I was gonna wear this orange dress that I got. It was Rachel Roy, or that orange dress is really awesome. I just love the dress; it's really awesome.
Look great. Yes. Yep.
So I was just like, okay, it matches perfectly with the shirt. Honey, you're gonna wear this shirt with this because that's what we're gonna wear. You know what I'm saying? So even and then prior, he put the shirt on and we took pictures in the shirt. So we got actual like cruise pictures in the shirt too. So y'all. Anyways, we go there. We're like the first.
Wait. Before that, I was totally in the dark about the whole like shirt thing. Like I don't watch YouTube, so I didn't know this was a thing.
Well,
So
yeah, we knew there was a surprise. So I wasn't coupled up, so I wasn't in on the gag. We just knew a surprise was coming, so we didn't know.
So evidently, the shirt thing. If you looked on YouTube, they do this on cruises, but I didn't. So, but that night when we were getting ready to get, I had a different shirt that I hadn't worn yet that I really wanted to wear, and so she had to like talk me out of it. And basically, she won without giving me any clue that something was up because she had that orange dress, and my
Right.
shirt did not match her orange dress. And she's like, "I'm wearing my orange dress," and I'm just like, okay, I guess I'll
Yeah,
wear this."
the orange dress was amazing, so fine, I'll
Yeah,
change.
well, yeah, as the husband, you're not the peacock. You're the on the side. So you just make sure you match her. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I literally was one of those because I talked to two other guys that like at the last second tried to pull out on wearing the shirt, and their wives had cover stories ready to go. Like, nope, can't do it. You got to wear the shirt, cuz.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And like totally still no clue. And
Right.
we were the first two to walk up to meet and
to the dinner.
Yeah, to dinner.
We ended up seeing Key and Siobhan and everybody out and not on that table. So we were
Yeah.
chatting with them, just doing. All of a sudden, Anwar comes up and Mike is like, "Oh wow, this is such a coincidence. My wife got the same shirt as you, Anwar."
and then he walks up in an orange dress that almost matches Sharon's.
And I'm
it's like,
just laughing.
what are the odds that we wore the same outfit? So me basically had the same scam with Anwar. Like I'm wearing an
I know. I thought that was so cute. I ran up and took a picture of the four of you. I was like, "Oh, look how cute that is!"
Right. So then, like, finally, like all the men started.
No. So
Okay.
the third person walks up, which I think was Travis.
Right.
This one, we're like, what are the odds? You know what I mean? Then the fourth person walks up, and even the slowest of us, including me, are like, wait a sec. Four, and then 5, and then 6, and then 7, and then by 7, I was like, okay, everyone, obviously our wives got us. And then yeah, they did. There was about
I really had no idea.
there was about 11 or 12 of us that all end up getting got. You know what I mean?
Oh my god, it was so great. Like I've never laughed so hard. It's still like the best thing ever. Like I just
No, the best thing ever is when we got up and did a conga line
Right.
spontaneously at the end when they were doing all
Yeah.
the servers were doing their dance, and we all decided spontaneously to get up and do a conga line for like the last few of the songs in all of our shirts. That was hilarious. I couldn't get
That's
over
funny.
that. That was funny.
Yes.
Oh, Marcus was next.
Marcus was next.
Yes.
Yes, that's right.
Hey, Bamanola, thanks for coming in. That was funny. Yeah, you
Well,
rolled with it very well.
the funny thing is that like all that like imprinted, like you men, like y'all like were not at that point, y'all realized you guys were not unique enough wearing your dress. So then you guys were
It
all
was no longer
upset.
cool.
It just was like,
We
oh,
got guy.
y'all were all upset for like a hot second. Like I can't even deny, man.
Some
Then,
guys were upset for a second.
yo, for us.
It was good. It was good.
Oh my goodness, it was great.
Shoot, I was
though.
drinking my double crown and Pepsi. I was gonna admit it.
You were good anyway, right? You're like, I'm fine, whatever.
Double crown and Pepsi makes everything all better. Well, actually, double crown and Coke makes everything all better. Pepsi's what I had to settle for on the boat.
Oh, did they not have?
They had
Coke?
no Coke products.
They had
only
no
water.
Coke.
That was like one
Yeah.
of my little like pet peeves. Do we want to talk about some of the things on the boat we were not super stoked about?
No. Let's keep it light.
Well, I got to talk about this.
Sorry, I'm just gonna introduce. Bamanola is coming in and saying, who are the guests here? This is Mike and Sharon Gehring. They are my new friends on the West Coast that I got to meet when we were on the Meet and I group cruise. So we are once again reliving these fun times of that cruise. And I tried to pin, I hope it's still up there, Sharon's YouTube channel, so you guys can go and check it out. I Love Cruising Royal was saying she didn't see your cruise vlogs yet, so hopefully she can go over there.
I've been a little
Her
like,
sister's
busy.
about to pop out her third kid.
Yeah, my sister had a baby. My
Yeah,
cousin,
one sister had a baby back in March, and then the other sister's due in like the next 4 or 5 days.
right.
Oh wow.
And then I, had a fortunate passing of one of the matriarchs in our family and one of our big cousins. So dealing with that right now. So I haven't really been able to put out my video. But after this, I told myself, Sharon, you're putting out your embarkation video. So y'all get ready.
Keep them coming. Everybody is, we're still excited to see it, and it was fun time. So get those videos out when you can.
I believe we will make it reasonably entertaining.
Yes.
Of course you will. Of course you will.
But my one thing, as we all know, you're in a cabin on a boat, so it's not like a suite at the hotel. Right. And one of the things is that the bathrooms are very small and they don't have a fan in there. And so there was a point where Sharon was taking a shower, and I needed to use the restroom, for the one where you got to sit there for a minute, and and I didn't want to ruin her shower experience. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, no big deal. I'll just go up to the food deck, and I'll go to that public restroom that's right there next to the what was it,
like the restaurant?
One of the little outdoor restaurants.
Yeah.
It was the burger place. The burger.
Oh, okay. Guy's Burger. Uh-huh.
Yeah, the one that was right there on the outside restaurant, the walk up. And so I go into that public restroom, and there's 2 stalls in there. And I look in the first one, and I was appalled. Like, I'm one of those guys, I got a pretty thick skin, and I'm pretty strong stomached, and like, if I got to wipe a seat down real quick before I use a public restroom, I do what I got to do and just suck it up. This was untouchable. This was absolutely, there's no, you need a crew in here with cleaning products now.
Oh my goodness.
So then I open the other stall, the stall next to it, it's worse. I think some of the younger kids or some drunk people went in there and just kind of, and then nobody had noticed yet, but it was bad. So I'm okay. I know there's more restrooms in here. I know there's some up by the big theater area up in the front of the boat. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's on right next to the main doors there. So I walk from the back of the boat. Remind you, like, I need to go number 2 here. So I'm starting to get a little pressing. You know what I mean? So like I'm walking from the back of the boat,
pun intended,
all the way to the front of the boat, to get to where I know these other public restrooms are, because there's not many on the boat that I know of. And right off the bat, there's 2 stalls again. The first stall says out of order on the door. And I'm like,
oh my gosh.
Okay, but I still got one more stall, man. I still got hope. I open up that
Shut up.
stall, and there's stuff in there, and it's not as messy, but there's stuff in the toilet. So I go to flush, it doesn't flush. I'm sitting there flushing, it doesn't flush, so they're both broke. This one just doesn't have the out of order sign yet, but they're both broke. And I'm just like, I had to just put my tail between my legs, so to speak, walk back to the cabin and say, I'm so sorry, baby. I'm so sorry. I got to use the bathroom in here. I tried. I went for a long walk and I tried.
I'm like, I'm sorry, baby. Come in here. Like, no problem.
Oh my gosh, that is terrible. I mean, you had to do what you had to do, but I'm just saying, I didn't notice or hear of problems with the bathrooms.
Yeah, it was.
On the
I
ship,
had to
so.
walk all around the dang boat
And it was
just to try
probably
to use the
timing.
restroom.
I'm sure it wasn't like that all the time, but like the one time I needed to be able, and I went to
Yeah.
2 different bathrooms to get shut down, 2 out of order and 2 messy,
That's
very messy. I'm sorry, baby. I'll courtesy flush.
I'm like, oh, no worries, baby. Do what you gotta do, baby.
I was definitely not happy about that night, because it's like, you got to be kidding me. 2 different bathrooms. Get it together here, guys. I didn't
Right.
like a lot of the staff didn't speak very good English. I'm not against people, immigrants or people that are new to the country working, but I think you need to be able to speak the minimum level of communication. And then I'm always wondering, are you scamming me? Are you pretending like you don't speak as good as you do? Because I've run into that. Out here in California, again, we have a very diverse population out here in California.
Right.
I grew up in Watsonville in Santa Cruz
Well,
County.
Bamanola just subscribed to you, Sharon.
Thank you.
Nice.
Hey, Armstrong, thanks for coming in.
I didn't know if they were scamming me and like trying to pretend like they didn't speak good enough English, or if it really they didn't have, because I was asking for basic things and they were struggling. Like whether it was towels or food items or where do I go for this, and there were multiple times I ran into staff that were struggling to give me a clear answer.
Right.
And or even didn't know. That was the other thing I was a little frustrated about. It was like they didn't seem to know their boat very well. Like I would ask them questions that I thought were pretty, obvious if you work there, and like they couldn't give an answer, or they direct me to somebody else. You know what I mean?
That's interesting. I now that you say that, it's like I did have a little bit of difficulty with my cabin steward, but very nice. Tried to understand
them as people.
And I wonder if it was you saying that they didn't seem familiar with the ship, because they're on the ship for a certain length of time. So like I wonder if there was a new
like a changeover.
New change up that had just started or something. I don't know if anybody knows that or was on there.
And again, I always try to be patient with people that are working, and especially working in an environment where I'm using their services, because we all work and we all know what it's like to work. To have
it's a hard job. I don't that
so
they work.
I really bent over backwards to not either complain or be rude or anything. But it was frustrating a few times. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Keisha's saying on her last cruise, several of the staff were onboarding the same week that I did. Their contracts don't all start at the same time. Exactly. They kind of rotate in and out.
Right.
Yeah. So that could have been it. But
most of them were really nice and helpful.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So all in all, aside from those little things,
we love the towel elephants and the towel monkeys in our rooms.
Yes, gotta love the towel animals. Those are always fun. Did you see? Well, I know you saw, Sharon, because we were on the deck when you saw the towel takeover, the towel animal takeover. Yeah,
that was awesome.
That was really fun. I wasn't expecting them all on every chair, because
on every single chair, and then they had like a little setup with like they actually made like a carnival ship with towels.
Yes. And then like an octopus and a shark and a
like a whole family and stuff.
Thank you Bamanola for asking for everybody's links. I appreciate it, and thank you Keisha for being on it. That's awesome. Thank you. Vern is saying that big seal was scary. That was scary. That's funny. I thought that was pretty cool how they were doing it. I had, like I said, I had been past earlier, And so I saw the big one with the boat and the shark or the whatever that was, the octopus. But when we came back through, they had them on all the chairs, and I thought, oh, it's so cute. I know there's a class and there's a book and there's all this stuff, so you can learn how to do that too. But yeah, I'm just gonna have to go on another cruise. I can't make that at home.
Right? No, it's only like, you gotta have that, that's like a experience piece,
Well, are we going to talk about the old bar crawl?
Oh my gosh, how can we not talk about the bar crawl? I did not mean to skip over that. Yes, of course. How did you make out on the old bar crawl?
I thought it was one of the most fun, like self-organized events that we did as a group. I thought it was really cool, and I loved that everybody really got into the spirit of it. And I loved drinking shots out of a shampoo bottle. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. Like shots, and right in front of the staff, like "F you guys!" Look, we're taking shots out of a shampoo bottle. Don't think we bought this up on the the duty free stuff.
right?
Shots out of a shampoo bottle, buddy.
And to this day, I think we all asked, but I know Sharon asked. So I had that on a video too, where it's just like, "What is it?" And you're like, "Don't. It doesn't matter. Take your shot."
Yeah,
okay. So I don't think we actually know what was in the shampoo bottle. Safe to say, it was not shampoo, but.
And praise God for that. That would have been really bad to take shots of. I mean,
that's funny.
Well,
I love that 4 was floor, because once everybody had like 3 drinks in, everyone was literally belly flopping on the floor.
On the floor.
We could not get on the floor fast enough.
Dude, I was like, you ain't gonna get your girl freaking drinking like that again. Like, no, right now. And bam. I can't wait for that video to come out. That's gonna be another motion sickness. Like,
yeah, it was. It was so fun. I stayed down on that floor a long time because I wanted to make sure I wasn't the one up for the shot.
Right. And I wanna publicly apologize to Anwar, because I think it was me that was saying, take it to the head. Take it.
I love that Anwar.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm so sorry. That was probably me. I was so ruthless.
I mean, no pressure, but there was clearly some pressure for that King's Cup.
Sorry, like I was so sorry, bro. Like I'm so sorry. That was me. Take to the head. I come, and you did, and you literally took that ball crawl to
his room.
Sorry, bro. Like, I'm so sorry. That was your girl. Like, I can't deny that was totally me.
That was such a great time. And I was expecting to go to all those stops, but I wasn't expecting the game at every stop. I thought we were just gonna, get a drink and chat and whatever, hang out. I wasn't expecting all the activities at each one that could have tricked us up, the ask the question thing.
Great job organizing that.
That was amazing. Yeah.
And she did awesome. She did awesome.
Yo, yes, that was fun. We had so much fun. We even
sucked people in that weren't part of our group.
We don't even.
Yeah. People were like,
we had people that were just like, yeah, you guys look like you're having fun. We're gonna jump in.
Exactly.
That girl Felicia, we seen her, I think, on the elevator, and she said that she had threw up right after she was done with the crawl.
I'm not surprised. I mean, poor girl did not know what she was getting herself into.
Bar and everything like that, and where we're all excited and everything, that we had a new recruit.
Yeah, that was fun.
Gotta have the victim child.
That was fun. And then and then the last stop where Edna basically takes over the atrium, and we were feeling it, but we were also like, no, it's okay, Edna, you don't have to do that. She's like, I don't care.
Running the show.
I was like, she's gonna take it over. Let's go.
Took it over.
You got little cute dandelions going by. You can't see it.
Took it over.
You got cute little dandelions going by.
So I was gonna say, so was that Was that the most memorable thing for you? Was that the thing that stands out about that cruise?
I want to
There's
say
so many
like so many little like errant moments that we had, like trying to
Yeah.
get ready for
conversations at dinner that
you,
were so fun, where we were laughing and
yeah,
joking. I
Yeah.
mean, it was just
trying to
good.
get set up for the group photos, just the conversations in that, just trying to get all set
Yeah.
up, like that was fun.
And let's not
That
keep
was
dancing around the elephant in the room as me being the sole white person in the entire group. It was definitely
That's true.
obviously being in an interracial marriage. I have become very accustomed to, especially in family events, where I'm either
Right.
the only or one of only a few. But in
Right.
such a large group, I was really surprised that there wasn't one more significant other or somebody,
Oh.
that was. And
That was
so,
swirly,
but
just like
but
us.
then that being said,
Swirly.
I felt absolutely. I feel the group very much embraced me and engaged with me,
Well,
and like,
that was the question. Yeah, it's like were you? We were happy to have you, of
yeah,
course, and I hope you felt welcome and like you got to
super
have a
welcome.
good time with everybody.
I was
I've been hearing stories. I know Trap loves you.
yes.
He
Well,
was,
the
talking
conversation.
about you guys working out and all that stuff. So
We like
Yeah, we hit the gym while we were there on the boat.
yeah.
And they actually had a pretty good gym on the boat. It was small, but like they had good
there's a
equipment,
lot
and
of stuff in there.
yeah, there was enough that you could get a
Hi,
workout.
Tanja. Thanks for coming in. Do you guys know Tanja Lindsay? She's saying hello. Great
Hey.
day. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, it was. I did a tour of that gym, and thought I'll go back. I didn't exactly go back.
We meant to go at least twice, and we only went once.
Right. I was so happy that I was able to get, one day in.
we did our
Praise
we did our
God.
legs day.
Yeah.
But I did do the morning workout with Kayla Mara, which was awesome. That was a lot of fun.
We were sleeping.
No,
You were
you were
sure I was there.
I was there, but
I was sleeping.
yeah, he was sleeping. But because I went to go get coffee and then I knew I was gonna do that and everything like that. But I worked out a little bit and then I've been my uncle passed away in December, and he
Really
would,
more of a father to her.
and he always would tell me, why I'm getting so much. He always would tell me it's rainbows and sunshines, baby girl. And so when I seen not one rainbow, but two rainbows and a full rainbow, your girl lost it. I couldn't even work out anymore. I just was done.
Yeah, the rainbows were pretty awesome. We didn't even touch
I just
that.
couldn't even I couldn't continue on. I just couldn't because it just
So powerful.
I just amen.
It was
So,
awesome. Sorry, they're razzing Mike talking about, oh, we just thought Mike was light skinned.
he basically is. he has Negro tendencies.
Legs were very white. Very white legs.
I don't see your comment, Vern. Sorry. There's a lot going on here, you guys. But thank you, Phenomenal Cosmetics, for coming in. That's Tanja. So you had a good time overall. You liked the cabin once you kicked your motion sickness.
Yes.
You had fun at dinner talking to everybody. You got pranked. You made new friends. So, of course, the question is, are you going in 2024?
Of course.
Yes.
I think we've already reserved our spot.
Yeah, we already reserved our spot, and I do need to call me and Anwar to because I'm gonna pay for it all. I'm not playing games because we really enjoyed it.
And we're winning the door challenge this time because
yes.
now we know you can
now
do
we
the
have
whole
to do the whole wall.
If we'd known you could do the whole wall,
we would have won.
We would have won the first time.
I didn't. I feel bad that I didn't even get to see all the contestants. I mean, I'll give it up for the Golden Girls; they deserved it. But I would have gone and strolled past to see everybody.
They're gonna have a run for their money on the next cruise.
Oh,
we're gonna do it up.
I'm like, you can't start off having the mamas mad at you.
Yeah. I love mamas. I love you, mamas. But we competitive. Yeah. I brought all this stuff from California, like a whole bag of all this stuff that I could have used on the wall.
First time cruisers, we thought you could only
use the door.
We didn't know you could use the wall.
I didn't know you could use the door. Like the
I
wall.
mean, yeah.
I would have used
It's-
the whole.
I don't know
wall.
I don't know the rules of this one. I don't know the
We're
rules
gonna
of this
bring
one.
it, and it's on.
Yeah, totally.
It's definitely
totally
not
on.
off.
It's not off.
It's
It's
on.
on.
And look, speaking of trap, yo,
What's up, dude? We've been
thanks
talking
for
about
coming in. Thanks for coming in. We were talking about you and everybody we met. Yes, my
talking about it, brother.
people. He said, my people.
Hey.
Yes, Trap. And I don't know if you heard that. I was just asking if they were coming in 2024 on the cruise, and they said yes, they will not miss it, and they're coming for the door decorating contest. They're going after the Golden Girls. They're
No holds barred.
We love y'all, but like for real,
The
like,
gloves be
I was
coming
so
off.
jacked. I was like, you could have used the wall. Ah! Like, I was so like,
We're gonna be out there with scaffolding and shit.
Now, Mike, you know we can't stay but so long, right? So it's got to be, you got to put it up nice and easy and take it down with the magnets. We're trying to build a new cabin.
no, for real. No, all in good fun, but we were like, dang, we could have got walls.
All we're saying is we're just gonna bring it next time, and they better be ready.
Okay.
They better
All
bring
right.
it because we're gonna bring our A game.
And you know,
and be prepared. I hear you. I hear you. Oh, Mike said he was talking about y'all.
We're gonna have a
Mike is
separate.
the man.
We're gonna have a separate suitcase just
Yo.
for the door challenge.
yeah, we can even drive and it'd be all right, you know. It's not we will drive just to make sure we get all the stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
it's nice that it's on the West Coast next year.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. I've been wanting to come. Well, I mean, I've been to California a couple of times, but I would like to
You guys
cruise
need
and
to
do
have Mike in the man cave. I know y'all be talking sports and stuff, but like y'all don't even know. My husband be calling the plays like before the plays even happen. Yo.
I like football.
Anyway, I just thought I might bring that up to you, Trav.
That's funny.
Have me text me about it.
That's funny. That's
We're gonna
funny.
run the
All right. Well, we know you bring. I don't know how much you packed this time, but you're gonna have an extra suitcase at least for all of the
Yes.
everything you need for your contest.
For the door decoration challenge.
All the things we know now. We know now.
So is that the only thing you would do different?
Yeah, probably.
The only thing we do different.
No, there's probably more things.
I would have spent more time on deck. What I did not do, which really surprised me, was I was so everything's kind of a whirlwind the first day.
Right.
And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
the second day was really kind of exploring the ship and like just wow, what an amazing ship, you know what I mean?
Right.
And going to a few of the different events on the ship. I
Yeah.
didn't spend any time up on the deck. I was really disappointed with the pools. I was hoping they'd be a little bigger because they're really just for like hanging out and having
Hanging
a drink with buddies. You know, they're not really for
Like swimming.
and I'm not talking like I was going to swim laps, but I just would have liked to have seen them a little more spacious. But the water slides, I should have definitely done the water
we
slides.
wanna
I don't
do
know.
water slide.
I kind of missed it on that one. I just kind of let it get by me. But yeah, not spending any time on deck of the ship. That was like something I thought I was going to do a lot of, and then ended up in actual reality doing none of because there were so many other things to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't planning on being in the pool, but I was planning on hanging out on the Serenity deck actually, and didn't do that. Was
Yeah,
so busy.
I really wanted to do that too, you know, because like the cruise for us is now like a thing that Mike and I will do. We're not bringing Jason. Like that is
It's
like
a grown up.
it's a grown up thing.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it's a good time.
I did want to hang out in the Serenity Lounge with Mike, but we didn't get a chance to. So
Right.
And then learning
right.
the restaurant schedules because
Right.
there were a couple times where we got I'm just gonna say we got screwed. Where like the restaurant should have been open till like a little bit later and they closed early. Like the Mexican
Yeah,
place closed early one night. And
Oh.
pissed what really made me angry was the breakfast on the debarkation day, the last day.
That pissed me off too.
Because you're not supposed to be out of your room till 8:30, but they don't tell you that they close the buffet at 8:30.
Yeah.
If you're coming out of your room, you're walking up there. Oh, we just closed. I'm like, are you kidding me?
serious?
We got to be on this boat for another hour and a half, and you've already closed the breakfast buffet. Like when
Yeah.
And then they're like, some of them were like slyly saying, we're getting ready for the next for the next people. It's like,
that's
we
such an insult.
paid money for all to the
You're still on our time, buddy. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, I hate to say this, but this embarkation day is sad times for everybody.
I was like,
Yeah.
They're generally not happy.
But that's my biggest complaint
But
is
yeah,
that
no, I
they
know.
need to keep that breakfast buffet open till you leave.
right.
Another hour wouldn't kill them on their schedule.
No,
Right.
no.
And it's really kind of disrespectful because, again, you know, we don't cruise. This is our first cruise.
Right.
So when we go to hotels, we're getting checkout even at the earliest at like 10, 11. So this
Yeah.
whole 8:30 was already kind of rough to begin with. It really kind of took a lot of the wind out of the last night because
Right.
you're not going to stay up as late.
Right.
And so to close the breakfast buffet just as soon as we were getting out of the room, when we're doing such a good job to be out at 8:30 to begin with, that was
Right.
like really disrespectful in my opinion.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah. Yeah.
And
I
overall, no complaints with the cruise overall for
Right.
most things, but like you got to be kidding me.
Yeah,
Like,
it was a little upsetting, like super
Yeah.
upsetting, because they're
or
like
at least you
expecting to
have
get
announce it.
something for breakfast, you
Or
know.
announce it.
Yeah, they don't. You're right. They don't
Announce
remind
it.
you
Oh,
of
like
that.
the
Yeah.
buffet's gonna be closing at 8:30. It's like they're telling you
Because
like
if they
how-
would have announced it, I would have
what
cut out for half an
numbers
hour
are
and I
going to
would
be
have got my
called
breakfast.
to like get off the boat and everything, which is fine. Call the numbers for the boat, you know, but let us know. Okay, the buffet is going to be closing at 8:30. You know, I would have. I mean, not saying that I would have I probably would have gotten a little bit quicker out of
It's all about options. You would have liked to have had the option, and you could have adjusted or not if you had known.
completely.
And I have hangry issues, as we've already
You had-
discussed. And so
I mean, you would have got some room service or something.
they're trying to cut me out of my food again.
Yo.
Like, you don't want to cut me out of my food. Things go bad when that happens.
Listen, Carnival, they're coming back next year. Don't mess with Mike and his food, okay?
Don't cut me out of my food, man.
Yo,
You want a happy customer? Keep me fed.
yo, for
On
real.
schedule.
Sharon, Keisha is saying she needs to get in on your coffee before the July 2024.
I'm saying y'all better, because like, let me tell you something. It does work.
Yes.
As y'all can see, it does work. So y'all need to get on board with that.
Are you talking about skinny? Oh yeah, like she's even like, I don't really even necessarily, you know, I'm a tall, thin guy to begin with, but I like the way she makes her skinny brew, and it gives me really good energy. Like beyond whatever potential benefit of like, you know, weight management or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
when I drink a cup of that skinny brew, it gives me way better energy to get up and do a task than drinking a cup of coffee, like a regular cup. Like I was blown away. Like I didn't expect it to be so invigorating. Yeah.
So
Nice.
come
Nice.
on,
She knows how to make it so good, like.
I'm sorry, Marjorie's inviting people to your house. She's saying you need to have a slumber party for the meetup for the cruise.
and y'all be
Everything
talking like
California.
8 hours down to, you know, to
I don't know
Southern
if you guys
California.
know, California is about 500 miles
It's
long.
huge. It's
Really?
huge.
You know, there's like 5 million people here in Cal.
Actually, it's about 500 miles from here in Sacramento to LA. So yeah, it's about 800 miles long, the whole state.
Yeah.
It was super busy on the cruise, Trap. Yeah, it was super busy. We were trying to see it all and do it all.
But I believe we got the best of it. Like,
Yeah.
there's things I would tweak, but I absolutely believe we had a great time. I have very few meaningful complaints. Most of the complaints are just first-time cruiser things where now I'll know for next time to like not miss this or not, you know, get my food by that time or whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
like,
Now you know.
next
Now you
cruise,
know. Yeah.
be like running it.
Right. Yeah. Like
Yes.
know exactly what to do.
But don't be expecting
Miranda's saying she made it to the end of the line just in time to get some bacon.
Yo.
don't be expecting no pineapple shirts though, because we're Christians.
Yo.
If you know anything about the pineapple shirts on
Yo,
cruises.
I was so upset learning about that. I was like, I can't wear any pineapples. This is freaking ridiculous.
Well, I mean, you can. It's not the no. It's the upside down pineapple that's supposed to be the issue, right?
Yeah.
So, like, you're gonna go to you guys started talking before we got on live that you're going to Hawaii. So, like, you know, if you get a Hawaiian shirt with some pineapples in it, you want to wear that again on a cruise, that's fine. It's just the after hours upside down pineapples that are the issue.
Just saying, like, I'm not trying to invite anything that your girl, that we, no.
Yes, leave it as already rough. They can at least feed you.
Well,
So, I guess another reason not bringing the kid is like we got to also relax and have some really good quality
enjoy,
time together.
yeah,
That like is sometimes hard to carve out around the kid. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Like there were,
Him
my
being 13, he's got big ass ears now.
and on top of that, and like he's like he looks like he's almost 18 years old. So I don't need my son being in the mix of all of
Yeah.
that type of stuff.
Yeah, because he can get
Yeah.
in trouble.
Because like I don't need any of that. Like
He's only 13, but he's 180
Yeah.
pounds and he's 5'10.
right. So I don't need any
Say
of that.
something. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if you guys saw or heard any of the commotion that
Only on
happened.
video.
You got video. Okay, yeah. So
We saw
yeah.
Pastor Kim's video that
Pastor
we
Kim's video.
Okay. I have to look for it. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that makes a big difference of whether or not we're just hearing the story or seeing a little video versus you having somebody that could possibly, be caught up in that. Like you said, he looks older, but he's
I don't want to keep track of our son.
Yeah.
It's that's not vacation.
That's the beauty of it is like we could completely check out from parental responsibilities
Completely.
and start, have a cocktail at lunch.
Right.
Like I don't drink very much to begin with. It's not my thing.
Right.
But like
Right.
I never have a drink at lunch.
Right.
Right.
That's something that we
The cruise
do.
was my opportunity to not be me for a little bit. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And just relax a little bit more than I normally do. You know what I mean? And it was awesome. It was fantastic, and I loved it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And again, great people, great time. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yep.
Good conversation, dinner, everything was awesome.
Yes. It was a good time. It really was a good time. Keisha's saying, okay, same. My son is 13 and looks 18, almost as big and tall as his dad. Stay home while I cruise.
Exactly. Yeah. Because
Exactly.
I don't need there were like reportedly while we were there were every night of the cruise there was a fight. I don't need to be wondering or worried that my son is at the video game spot and then he gets caught up in something like that.
Well, and again, even the teenage area was 15 and up. So if we bring like a 13-year-old on the cruise, what is he going to even have to do?
Right.
Especially after dark.
Yeah, they break. Yeah, he might not want to go with the younger group. You know.
Yeah, it's just not made for kids, and that's fine because it's an opportunity for us to be relaxed and adults without being parents.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When we're in Hawaii, we're gonna have a great time, but we're gonna still be parents, and I'm still gonna have to keep my head on a swivel for
family vacation. Got it.
Every parent knows that your job as a parent is to keep that kid alive long enough to get to adulthood.
Amen.
Against their best efforts to do otherwise. And so you have to have your eyes always the corner of your eye always watching, head on a swivel.
Exactly.
And the older they get, the more mischief they get into.
Exactly.
Like they don't do dumb things that they did at 2 or 4, but they get into even dumber things because they get themselves into trouble being too smart for their own good.
Exactly.
And not thinking things through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what our son was guilty of is he doesn't think things through. And then he tells us it's an accident afterwards. And I tell him most accidents are avoidable if you really look at the whole process of what's going to happen. But you just did something and didn't realize it was going to have the domino effect.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. And after a bar crawl, you're not prepared for that.
I'm not trying to parent after that.
You're not trying to parent after that.
Or we get a call from the ship's captain that our kid is making out with like an 18-year-old. You know what I mean?
Right.
When we're all drunk and stuff, like that's the beauty of the cruise is that we get to shed that coat and we get to just be ourselves.
Yeah, I got to be Sharon.
Yes, not mom.
Right.
Not mom.
It was everything. A lot of people were calling me Sharon, which made me feel good because all the time I'm hearing, mom, which is not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, it's
escape from the normal life.
Exactly.
It was an escape. It was an escape.
It was like our 007 adventure for domesticated people.
Boom.
No real danger, but it was fun.
Right.
But it was fun. And it was, you got to, like you said,
swam with sea turtles.
And not feel bad about it.
Yeah, so from this point on, the cruising is going to be for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then do trips with him, that he gets the focus and
Yeah.
he gets the benefit. But
Absolutely.
cruising's going to be for
For
us,
me and him. Yeah.
especially
Yay.
this tour,
Yeah, exactly. So we are,
especially when we're with you guys.
yeah, coming Mexico 2024. We are
Can't
already
wait. Man.
planning, so
Can't wait. Can't wait.
This time we're going
Um,
to know, so we're going to be
this
more
time
dangerous.
we'll be prepared.
We're going to know. Not going to be surprised.
We're prepared.
Not going to be caught off guard again.
I was trying to watch the chat because somebody was asking if Trap was going. I hope him and Mika are coming too. That was fun. So we'll wait and see what the list starts shaping up. Keisha's gonna be there, but it sounds like she's trying to jump on a ship in a couple of months here, she said, but her family has no idea, so don't tell them.
Secret safe with me, girl.
Yeah, we won't tell, Keisha. We will not tell.
All the rest of the internet.
Well, thank you guys so much for talking with me. Thanks for all the fun times we had together on the ship. I'm super excited that you're gonna do it again. That first time was a success, and
you're the person to cruise with.
Alisa, like you are everything. You are like
sweet,
a paragon. Seriously, without you being there for the both of us, it's in particular, we wouldn't have made it, girl. So you are like literally a godsend. So thank you so much, like for real. Like,
oh, you're more than welcome. Like I said, I'm so happy that we got to meet. I'm happy that nobody was shy and everybody was, wanting to jump in and meet each other and hang out and really get to know each other, and not regardless of YouTube and channels and all that kind of stuff. Right. I feel like we all made some really real friends.
Absolutely.
Very, very special. So yay! All right. Well, I hope I get to talk to you guys again soon, sooner than July 2024. But if not, yes, for sure, then. Sure. Thank you. Take care, you guys. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and go and check out Sharon's channel too. Sharon Garing. I tried to put it in there. I don't know if I posted it, but hopefully you found her. Thanks, Keisha, for posting everybody. Thanks for everybody coming in and saying hi and sharing and liking. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you. See you guys soon.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye.